Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm working on the truck body again. This will be the last video of the truck body. Got all my welding done. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks pretty good for a farm welder. So now I got it drug out here. I'm going to pressure wash it, let it dry off over the weekend. Then next week I'll come back and paint it. So I'm rigging it up here so I can lift it off the wagon. I want to stand it on its side so I can do the front and back at the same time. My only concern is I'm afraid if I just grab one side of this thing and start picking it up, I'm going to destroy this wagon. It'll be too much weight on the one edge. So I got to pick it straight up, get the wagon out from under it, and then flip it. So who knows? It's going to be an adventure anytime you pick up something this big. So I'm going to get rigged up and we'll see what we can do. I'm not gonna lie, that kicked my butt a little bit. I'm sure you probably picked up on that. There it is. It's on its side. So I gotta pressure wash all the dirt and gunk off the bottom here. There's a little bit of surface rust in the bottom. I have some of that rust encapsulating primer I used on the truck frame left. So that's gonna get shot on the bottom. The top is real nice. That's probably just gonna get painted. Gotta cut out the old wires. So let's get the pressure washing. Oh, also I guess you might have seen I don't have a tractor hooked up. I didn't have a tractor handy, so on top of everything else I had to pull the wagon out by hand. Luckily they're not that heavy. Anyway, I guess let's get the pressure washing. Some days I think I should have been an accountant or something like that. I'm soaking wet, covered in grime and dirt. Should have put on a rain suit, but it's done. I can tell you one thing. That's where the U-joints were in the drive shaft. Right, all the grease flinging up there. The 2 spots in the truck, there's no rust. Anybody tells you your truck needs to be dry and leak free, that's built-in rust protection. I won't complain about that. That grease on there, I actually pressure washed it off as hard as I could, but that'll never rust. It's better than any paint you'll put on there. So I got the backside pretty cleaned up too. I'm gonna let this dry over the weekend. It's a long weekend, Labor Day weekend. Next week I'll come back, we'll get this painted. So like all my plans around here, things changed. I actually washed this a second time yesterday. Wasn't quite happy with how it got the first time, so I actually got out the foam cannon and foamed it all and scrubbed it. I'm pretty happy with how clean it is now. You know what they say, paint is 90% prep. So I'm gonna try to do a halfway decent job on this and prep it right. Don't want to paint over dirt. So that being said, I'm about 90% prepped here. Got my spray gun out, got to put that together. Other odds and ends stuff I may need for the job. This is what I'm using. Eastwood Rust Encapsulator Platinum. Now, I use this stuff on the frame of the truck, and I was pretty happy with it. It has really good reviews. It's the first time I've used it, but it sprayed nice. Seems like it's going to do a good job. The idea is that it makes a oxygen-proof barrier over rust, which I know you should remove all rust before you paint in a perfect world, but quite honestly, this tight surface rust on here, I'm not so worried about it. I think this stuff will do the job. It'll at least last many years for me, so we'll worry about that down the road. But I have this one open and I got this quart that's unopened, so hopefully that's enough here to cover everything. I definitely want to do everything on the bottom, and I mean the top side, honest to God, I wouldn't have to paint this. It's really nice, clean, but while I'm doing it, I'm gonna paint it anyway, because there's no sense painting the bottom and not painting the top. It's not that hard. For the paint, I'm just using good old Rust-Oleum. I know there's definitely way better paints out there, way more expensive paints. I've used this stuff in the past too and had good results. So, you know, I'm putting down a real nice primer, putting this paint over it, and for what it is, you know, I think it'll be fine. You know, truck beds they're gonna get all scratched up anyway, you know, constantly being on it with the forklift and all that. So this stuff is cheap and easy enough to touch up. I can get it at Tractor Supply and touch up anytime I want. They also sell the exact same thing in spray cans, so I can match it. So that's why I didn't go over the top with this. I just didn't think it needed it. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up. I'm gonna get the gun together. I'm gonna start spraying. Today I'm just doing the primer. So I'll take that primer as far as it goes, hopefully cover everything. And tomorrow will be back in black, in the words of AC/DC. So let me get this together. This body makes a nice camera mount. I'm going to lose that once I start spraying. Beautiful day for painting. Tomorrow is supposed to be a mirror image of today, so I lucked out with weather. Last time I sprayed this stuff, I didn't wear gloves. This stuff is real powerful. It was on my hands for like 2 weeks. I had silver painted fingernails. Had to scrape it off bit by bit. Trying to work a little bit smarter this time. Let's see how much I can get on me. So I'm wearing this old t-shirt. Oh no, wait. I wear an old t-shirt every day. I guess there's nothing new there. Every shirt I own is a paint shirt and a changing oil shirt. What are you gonna do? What she looks like. It's a custom mixing stick straight off the Edger scrap rack. I'm not gonna lie, this stuff stinks. I think that means it's good though, right? The more powerful it smells, the longer it lasts. None of that water-based stuff. Well, that went about how I would have expected. I fought with the gun there up front to get it dialed in. Apparently I forgot everything I learned last time when I shot this stuff. I had to relearn. It's pretty difficult to shoot. It's pretty thick, so I thinned it out some. I ended up getting it all dialed in, but I was so focused on that I didn't realize I had the sun sitting in, I had the camera sitting in the direct sun, and apparently it got too hot and shut itself down. So you guys probably didn't see most of it anyway. You didn't miss much. But I got her all shot. I got everything I wanted to do, plus I have a little left over. So I'm pretty happy with that. It looks pretty good. It was a lot of work to get there, but she's gonna be ready for paint. So tomorrow I'm gonna be back. Oh, I'm dreading it. This was a lot of work as it is. Tomorrow I got to do this side and the other side. That's going to be fun. The other side shouldn't be bad. This is just all these nooks and crannies, working it in and out, getting all the channel done. That's a lot of work, but hopefully the paint will be a little bit thinner, should shoot a little bit easier, should shoot a little bit faster, and I'll be able to get this knocked out. So I'm honestly not that bad. I'm the world's messiest painter, and I fared pretty well. Although I will say, having those latex gloves on for like an hour and a half, my hands are a little pruny. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll shoot some paint. Another day, another dirty t-shirt, another set of gloves. We're ready to shoot some black. Primer dried nice. I didn't really expect anything other than that. So that's real good. It's right after lunch, so we're kind of still in the shade, so that's going to be much nicer for spraying this first coat. I got everything just about set up. I'm going to mix my paint up, get it in the gun, nice and black, and I'm going to start shooting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot the underside. I'm going to go do some farm work a while, let it dry a couple hours, then I'm going to lay it down and shoot the top. At least that's my plan as of now. Like most things around here, it might be a work in progress. It might change. So let's get after it. You didn't want to watch me shoot the whole thing, did you? If you did, I'll set the camera up and you can watch it dry. Now I kind of cut forward a little bit to save you guys some time. She's done. Remember what I said about plans changing? Yeah, they changed. Once I got going, I just kept going. I was gonna lay it down and shoot this flat, but I figured it was actually pretty nice to work vertical. So I don't know how much the camera picks that up, if there's glare or whatever, but looks like a brand new truck bed. I'm more than happy with it. So I only got one thing left to do. Obviously I couldn't do the bottom edge and I didn't do the top edge. So I got to try to gently lay her down without making a big mess and spray the edges yet. And then we'll have ourselves a new truck bed. That wasn't 100% how I planned to do it, but it got done. Nothing got broke. So I'm going to spray these edges. Well, and do a little bit of cleaning first, then I'm going to spray the edges. We'll have this baby wrapped up. Well, what do you think? I'm pretty happy with it. I know there's probably a terrible glare the way the sun's coming in here, but I think it came out pretty nice. I am sure I missed a spot somewhere on here. I actually picked up a little rattle can of matching paint, so I'll be able to touch up, because if you can't tell, I'm no professional painter, but I try my best. The sad part about it is that's the cleanest and best looking that's ever gonna look. First time I take that out and haul a load with it, it's gonna get some dings and scratches in it. It's just the way it goes, but at least we're starting with something pretty. Got to put my lights in. Got to put my new tape on, reflective tape. Conspicuity tape is the appropriate name of that. And then we'll get it on the truck. Trucks are going to be back here in a couple days. Got word that it's almost done. So we'll just keep this project rolling, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.